Hmm.
Hmm. There we go.
Hmm.
Wait for
Yeah.
it.
Amazing.
Wait till I can see it. It's saying excellent. Yeah, there we go. We're back.
Awesome.
We're back. How you doing, man?
We're so back. Good, good. I'm doing pretty good. Um, had a normal week. Nothing too exciting
Very
going
nice.
on. I've started reading a new book.
Oh yeah? What kind
Like
of book?
actually physically. I got Angel Down by Daniel Krauss. It's this
Mm-hmm.
year's winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction.
Mm.
It's a horror novel set in the in World War One, and it's
Mm.
written using one continuous run-on sentence. And when I initially heard about this, I tried listening to the audiobook. I was like, this sounds interesting. And the book knocked the breath out of my lungs so thoroughly that I was like, I have to read this as intended. I still intend to like listen to the audiobook once I'm finished actually reading it, but I had to like just get a hold of it like in just so I can read it like as with seeing the run-on sentence. And it's
Mm-hmm.
about four soldiers go into no man's land because they're supposedly to euthanize a fallen comrade, but it's not a fallen comrade. It's an angel that was shot down by artillery,
Mm.
and the angel could be the key to ending the war, but they had like jealousy and paranoia and fear eats through the soldiers
Mm.
and threatens to turn this heavenly encounter into a descent into hell. And
Mm.
yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Horror seems to be the flavor of the week right now with media. Horror really seems to be popping
Yeah,
off in
yeah,
all sectors.
yeah. That's true.
There's Beth and I talk a lot about the whole
True.
the idea of like comforting the uncomfortable and making the comfortable uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like media being a
Yeah,
tool to be able to
disturbing the comforted,
yeah,
comforting the disturbed. Yeah,
that's the
disturbed.
one.
Yeah,
That's the one.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping great this
How
week.
has your week been?
It's just been Onion and I this week. Beth's been away in DC, so that's been fun
Mm-hmm.
having him as like my full-time co-pilot. It's just been him and I. He was moping all week, and it was so cute but so sad. He just missed his mom so fucking much, dude. He just kept sitting by the window looking out. He didn't want to go on walks. He didn't want to eat. It was so
Mm-hmm.
pathetic. But he's doing better now. He's starting to like bounce back and become a dog again. And his mom should be getting back today. Knock on
Oh,
wood. No more natural disasters. Prevent that from happening. Fingers crossed. Oh, but he woke me up at like, or I was in bed. I wasn't asleep yet, unfortunately. But then it was
mm-hmm.
like one
Mm-hmm.
o'clock, and he wanted to go outside, and I'm like, oh, fine. So and then I have to wake up at 8 to get him his meds. So that already minimized the amount of
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
And I suck at falling asleep. I'm so bad at it. I'll lay
yeah. I get that.
I'll lay
I
there
feel that
forever,
100%.
or I lay down and I immediately pass out. There's no in between.
Mm. Yeah, I
Out,
get that.
outside of
I,
that, I've been grinding Final Fantasy, and that's been all I've been doing, just to distract myself, just grinding Final Fantasy and
mm-hmm.
hanging out with Onion.
Mm-hmm. 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 That seems to be like the game of the month in the larger friend group.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was always wanting to go back to it, but I guess it was my
Mm-hmm.
Windows install that was part of why I was having the issues that I was having with Square Enix. Because when I got back
Right,
on
right.
Linux, it was good, and it's like I definitely need something. I want to play more games with the gang, and like I isolate myself too much. I'm really bad at it. You know what I mean? And it's like, and
Mm.
we're in that gaming era. You know what I mean? And I used to be a big MMO
Yeah.
guy. So it's very fun to be
Mm.
like back into MMOs. Like when I
Yeah.
was, it's very nostalgic in an interesting way.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's also really funny to see like the this being Violet's One Piece. You know what I mean? And getting a very interesting
Yeah.
view
Yeah.
into that sort of
gets
view.
good halfway in or whatever.
No, yeah, well, very much. Honestly, it's even farther than it does in One Piece, and I also disagree with that sentiment with One Piece. I stand by One Piece is good from frame one. I love.
Yeah.
If anything, my biggest One Piece hot take. I think the beginning arc is the best. That's my personal favorite.
Oh, really?
Nothing ever hits the same as East Blue Saga. Like East Blue Saga to me, like is so. It just sets when you have the full context, it feels so good. It feels so right to watch it. You know what I mean? I'm really excited for the new one. The new one is apparently going to be I'm with everything that they've been doing and a lot of like the reframing of intention and what you're trying to communicate is so different now than it was when One Piece came out in 1996 originally. Fucking almost 30 years ago now. 30 years. Yeah, almost 30 years exactly. No, because I think it was 98. The anime was 98. I know that because the anime came out the same year I was born.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm as old as One Piece, at least the anime. Which is a crazy thing to think about because some people will hear that and cringe because they're like, oh my God, this guy's a fetus. And then other people will hear that and be like, oh my God, this guy's ancient. You know, and there's no in between.
Yeah.
But,
it's crazy.
Oh, and the last thing is this new thing I've been doing with speaking of One Piece, the One Piece D&D stuff that we do off stream in the void, in the ether. That never happens.
Yeah, where we don't exist, actually.
Oh, sorry. I have two equally mechanically complex but in different ways and for different reasons games going on right now. But it's interesting because I get to play one game, but then I have to prep the next week on the other group's game, and then I run that game, and then I have to prep the one from the week before that I already did, but now I've had time to like stew while I've been working on another thing. So I'm kind of creating that like infinite cycle of content that Sanderson's talking about, where it's like you're doing different things. So that's been kind of fun. That's been good.
Oh yeah.
But what else?
Go
on, please.
No, sorry. Are we playing this week our Pirates group, or is there no?
So it was supposed to be Marines, and the issue is I've been prepping Marines all week, so I
couldn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have dick for you guys for Pirates, so I want, now that it's like the way the improv kind of rule system has been set up is you guys are now walking into a thing. I could prep some of that. Like I can get a map, I can do a bunch of shit. I would have to scramble and do a bunch of bullshit, and the quality of that session would go down dramatically. So it's like I could try to throw something together if we really wanted to. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's likely break or sorry. Gamer sesh. You know what I mean? We just get down and play some fucking video games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but we had a really good batch of chapters, I think.
We did. Oh my God.
It wasn't like hype and exciting and intense.
Wait. Before we do that, we have bits to do.
Well, we
have one bit to do.
We're doing a little synopsis before we go into things. We can discuss the general vibe.
Of course.
But you're not incorrect. You're just hungry. You want to show me what this thing is. What do you got, my friend, for our fan art of the week?
I have for you this incredible masterpiece. Let me pull up the address again because I just lost it. This incredible art by Arish Wee on Tumblr of Luthadel in the style of Starry Night.
Oh, that is sick. Oh, that's fucking cool.
For the audience.
It's not even all in frame. I want to get it all in frame. Oh, it's so cool.
Is by
I can't. No,
um
that's very sick with the red sun and the mist swirling. No, that's
yeah,
fucking cool.
with Friedrich Shaw, the mists,
I don't
and
know. I don't know what it is about Starry Night. I love when people do Starry Night but something else. I love
me
that
too.
shit.
Me too.
I just
It's
realized
very, very good
you don't
stuff.
have a head on my screen right now. So that's unfortunate. That's
Oh.
very unfortunate. You're just a headless corpse for me.
Oh, that's bad.
But no, that is very cool. Your head's back. I went back to the other frame.
Yippee.
It's very funny you pull Starry Night. Oh, sorry, what was the artist there?
The artist was ish we on Tumblr. So like ish and then WE on Tumblr.
I have in my bathroom a version of Starry Night, but it's like a Japanese cityscape, and then the entire right side
Oh,
of it is Godzilla, also in the style of Starry Night, breathing fire, also in the style of
that's
Starry Night.
that's so cool.
It's it's
That's so
it's that
cool.
perfect blend of like art and nerd. I love that kind of stupid shit, dude. I'm such a sucker for it. Again, my
Mhm.
stupid gender fluid mug. I like funny things that are also cute. It's a thing.
Yeah.
That is very cool. For weekly update, it was all for the Nexus events that he's at right now. It's just a bunch of updates for like people who are at the event. I don't know why they think those people would watch a YouTube video and not like put like a I hope they did like an announcement on an email or something rather than just putting those on the YouTube video. One thing that was interesting, it seems like they're kind of right now internally adjusting the world hopper ball because she starts saying like we're
Oh.
not doing it at all, and Sanderson's like we're doing something different, and she's like we're gonna be doing something different but it's not the world hopper ball. And Sanderson was a little bit more like coy and dancy with it. She was, so it seems like there's some interesting clashes of information going on there, unfortunately.
You getting a call?
Yeah, sorry, it's Beth.
That's okay. Folks, we're taking the break.
Nah, I'm telling her. I'm just telling her we're doing pod.
Oh, okay. Folks, we're not taking a break.
Nah, we're good. Like I said, I think it'll be a short
We're
one. I
back
can
yet.
call her. I can call her after pod.
Okay.
Um, but they did release the spotlight panel that he did at a certain event that I can't remember the name of. So let me go find it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We want Brendan. From MCM Comic Con. So that's what he's doing right now. 20 hours ago. So if
Nice.
we wanted to, we could go. We could do a bit for next week, where if we both wanted to watch that and chat about it for a little bit, we could. That option's
Yeah,
there,
for sure.
but
Yeah,
we can also we'll
for
figure that
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all I got for the weekly update. The weekly update was literally like a minute long, and apparently Brandon will be back next week with some more information about
Mm.
whatever this new thing that they're trying to do is.
I'm
I
very excited.
I do like it because it is. I really want. I love mixed media. I love doing things that are multiple, like a production being a
Yeah.
multimedia piece, right? Like a
Yes.
stage thing is
Yes. Yes.
multimedia
Yes. Yes.
just
Yes.
by
Yes. Yes.
being on a stage with lights, with sound, orchestra,
Yeah.
actors, these sorts of things, right? And to me, the thing that's what made it
Mm-hmm.
special, what it was, this culminating thing of all of these pieces of media. I really, really hope they do make something cool. It would be really cool to see more things like we were talking about last week with Sleep No More, or what they're trying to do with these with these events, making them sort of like live action play experiences where you get to experience the
Yeah,
story.
that would be really cool.
Apparently some people have reported, I did some reading in some forums where they like give extra different lore, like characters are given special
Oh.
voice lines that are like just extra, you know, little tidbits, fun little extra lines,
Mhm.
things like that. Again, it's a person playing a character, it's an adaptation, they'll bring something to it that wasn't there before, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
uh spoilers, vague spoilers, I'm gonna keep it very vague, but detailed enough for Tavius to know who I'm talking about. The mom that shows up in book 5, they did a wedding. They did the wedding the year before
Yes, yes,
that
yes,
book
yes.
came out. So they did the wedding when the wedding happened.
Oh.
At that wedding, they did the wedding as the event for the World Hopper Ball, and in the back of the room there was a frantic woman yelling that was being escorted out. So they do
Oh.
little stuff like that where it's like the little things that get like thrown in that can be a little wink wink nudge nudge, people being
That's
in certain
so
places, you know
cool.
what I mean? Like they so
Uh-huh.
it's, I love that opportunity. I love being able to tell stories in those interesting ways. So I really do hope whatever changes they do, they are good ones. However, uh you know, they're, a lot of what they're doing is in Utah, and right now Utah and the Mormons aren't exactly getting the best rep on the internet. Things seem to
Yeah.
be coming down
Yeah.
pretty hard on the old LDS out there. So
Mhm.
we'll
Mhm.
we'll see. I have hope and I have faith. Sanderson is a man who seems to believe in quality over anything else. So
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
a lot of very hopeful conversation in the direction of them taking their time, wanting things to be of quality. I think they've been getting a lot of bitching. I think this is a thing that they are
Mhm.
aware of,
Mhm.
is my theory at the current moment.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
what
love
we
to
got
go
for
to
recap.
the Yeah, I would love to go to the World Hopper Ball. Maybe one day when I
Well,
do win $1 million in the lottery.
maybe not though. Apparently not. No more World Hopper Ball. It's different now.
Uh, yeah, whatever the different thing that they're
Whatever this
gonna
new,
hopefully make really cool is.
I really want to get into something like that. I think that'd be really, but I have no idea how to even begin, because you know what? You know what I'm realizing? What I'm trying to do?
Mhm.
I'm trying to do what these Willy Wonka people were trying to do. What these, like, the experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what those people
Yeah.
are like, they're scamming, trying to put out and sell. And I want to do that like legitimately. But have you ever seen the interactive art exhibits?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the living ones? I don't know if you've seen these. There are people that do like projection mappings of rooms, and they'll turn entire houses
Mm.
into a full projection mapped thing. And there's one in Raleigh that I always wanted to go to. That was the Van Gogh experience. I'm a big Van Gogh fan. I love all that, his visual art.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh and they like changed every room into a 3D projection mapped version of each of like the famous paintings.
Oh, that's really
And you
cool.
get to like go and walk around and like literally be in the art in a very interesting, surreal way.
That's really cool.
Uh, but yeah, these fucking
Yeah.
chapters, dude. There's a lot of
Holy.
emotional whiplash.
Yeah. As there somehow always is.
I this is peak Sanderson. This is as good as
Agree.
Stormlight in its early days.
Agree. Agree. Agree.
That shit is so fire. Where do we want to start? We've got the epigraphs had a lot of juice to
The
talk about.
epigraph.
The we got TenSoon, we got Elend and Vin and the party. We've got
Yes.
Sazed
Oh
and
god.
Breeze finding the Dune Lake.
Yeah. Um.
Where do you want to start?
Oh, I don't know.
Take us away, Captain. You can lead us forward onto Dawn.
I I do need to start with Vin and Elend at the party because that made me like really
Oh,
emotional.
dude.
That made me really emotional.
Got Vin in like the tight black dress, but then flaring out. It's the black
Yeah.
and the white, the preservation
Sorry.
and the ruin.
The preservation and ruin of it all.
Them come, and then I'll also the epigraph to pull it to the epigraph of that chapter. Where was it? Where was it? Rashik wore both black and white. I think he wanted to show that he was a duality, preservation and ruin. But I think it's interesting because then that then begs the question: is their duality a lie? Is what you know what I mean, or are they actually being representative, right? Of like basically the chosen of either or in those ways.
Either or, yeah.
I
was also really emotional in a bit before they go, where Ham says to Vin, "When did you grow up on me?"
Dude, oh my god, Uncle Ham fucking broke my heart into pieces. Oh my god, I got a little teary eyed. I did.
That same chapter also has the line where Vin like realizes about herself. Where she has this moment of like, oh, she wasn't sure if she was just the street urchin or just the lady at court, and then she's like, but she'd grown into someone else, someone she liked.
I love, again, we always talk about parallels. That's the major theme of this book, is the parallels. The Vin and Elend sort of pipeline that's happening now, but then Elend to also Kelsier and the Lord Ruler in a way where Vin was only to Kelsier is just what? Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so.
Oh, it's so good.
It feels you can feel the depth of care in this.
Yeah,
that I feel
absolutely.
It's so, I missed it so much, dude. This is peak shit for sure.
It is, and also we got like a time span, like it's been 5 years and she's 21 now, so
since day one. So he's finally in the clear. He's finally it's finally
But they also married like a year ago or so. Was that? Yeah, they married a year ago.
2 years ago?
So
technically
2 years ago?
Was it? Because the last book ends. The last book ends. That's when they get married. Then a year passes. No, you're right.
And then a year passes. So they were married when she was 20. I don't know how old Ellen is now.
I'm curious how they're gonna do that with the show or the movies.
Me too.
Like, are they gonna keep the problematic age gap, or are they gonna bump her up or bring him down?
Or him down.
Or are they gonna be weird Mormons about it and just keep it Romeo and Juliet style and let that be what it is under the claim of artistic expression, even though they shouldn't, and that's weird.
I think to me, ideally, they would maybe bump him down. But
I'm torn because then it's harder to do violence with them. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, I think that actually you were right. I changed my mind. I think the better idea is probably to bump her up.
But then you also, it's so tough.
Years, it's tough because then you also lose that like kind of not childlike, but kind of like,
no, it is childlike. It's the
that she had
becoming a woman, right? That's a big part of her story.
The becoming of a woman. Yeah, I don't know.
Because it is a lose-lose. I do think you got to bring Ellen down. I think you bring Ellen down, you let it be a teen romance, you let it, maybe you do an earlier time skip. I don't know. No, because then that's so tough. Maybe, okay. What if you don't do all the way and all the way? What if we just kind of meet in the middle? What if instead of 16, it was 16 and 20? Is that what it was? Because now
I think something around that line.
What if it was 17 and 19?
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
think
more okay.
that's
She has
like
her 18th
more
birthday in
okay.
the middle of the thing becoming a woman. A little bit weird
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
I'll say it, still a little weird, but
Still a little weird,
it's less
definitely.
weird than a 20-year-old fucking
Less.
a 16-year-old. A lot less weird.
I don't think they were fucking, but yeah.
Smacking on whatever you want to say, trying to get in there. My man was trying.
Yeah,
My
no,
man was
yeah,
trying.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what
Yeah,
happened
he
off
was, he
screen.
was.
We don't know what happened off
Yeah,
screen, and that
okay.
dude's a Mormon.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what
yeah,
he's
yeah.
about. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I,
Oh.
because you know what, you know why I felt this hit so hard.
Mhm.
This is the Elend we're supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
but then that then also makes me think he is like this is kind of leaning to the trauma thing that they really explore in Stormlight a lot more. But that like being back in the
Mhm.
old environment that you were in for so long and causing that like mental regression, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like when you
Yeah.
talk to your parents and you start doing shit that you haven't done in years and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I loved I felt called out by Elend in a big way, if I'm really honest. In a way that, like,
Yeah.
I feel like I probably shouldn't. Because it's like, oh, who am I to compare myself to that? But I think this is Sanderson very much tapping into uh, a male experience that's prominent in America, which is that
Mhm.
feeling of needing to be this perfect being, needing to be
Mhm.
this, like, flawless provider who is never shaken by anything and can fix anything and solve anything, and the weight that bears
Yeah.
on you. And then when you let yourself get a little lax and get a little, like, have a little fun, and then you are punished for it, like, literally actively, and then that sort of uh rebuke that you have against yourself, where you kind of like start like, how this is why you don't do these things, this is why you don't let yourself be silly and be fun
Yeah.
and have joy and experience happiness in your life. Because and that's fucked up and sad, but it's something that I can genuinely say I feel and related to deeply in that moment when he's like, I fucked that up. I shouldn't have been as silly. I shouldn't have been having as much fun as I was having, because now
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
to save the fucking world. And there was a very
Yeah.
interesting line somewhere in there. I can't remember what it was. It was like it was frivolous, but maybe frivolous things are important too. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And that's true. It is true. But it's also both. The issue is, and this is why my argument for my
Mhm.
positioning and my sort of mental state is I'm not a contrarian. I can't
Yeah.
help but see all sides. And I
Yeah.
have to present the side that I feel isn't being represented, no matter the case. If there is
Mhm.
a side that has an amount of validity in my brain, it's like an itch that I have to scratch. I have to bring it up. And in that way it
Mhm.
manifests
Mhm.
as being
Mhm.
contrarian. So it's like I can acknowledge it is being a contrarian. I'm not crazy. You know what I mean? But that's not the intention. That's not where it's
Crazy.
coming
Sorry.
from. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah. I get you. I get you. I get you.
But then Vin coming in and kind of like scooping him up and helping him, and him thinking that and then still
Yeah.
continuing and doing it by getting the book, which was the pull with the first
Oh, that
book
was so
too.
cute. The whole dance. I'm so sorry. That was fucking adorable. He pulls out the stupid book and I was like, Ellen Venture, you fucking idiot. Oh, I love him so much. That was so cute. They're so cute, Ollie. They mean everything to me. But also, I was like, I was in my notes. I was like, one of them's gonna die. I know a moment like this. One of them's gonna kick it.
So, do we want to
He's giving
call
us
do we
this
want to call our
sweet.
shots right now?
I think Elend's gonna kick it. I'll say it. I think it's gonna be Elend who's sacrificing himself for Vin in one way or another. But also at the same time, it could also be Vin sacrificing herself for Elend. One of them's gonna kick it. But
you know what?
I don't want them to.
You
I
know
don't
what my
want them
call
to die.
is?
I don't want either of them.
I think they're both gonna die. I think everyone's gonna fucking die. I think this book ends and everyone's dead because we keep being told that the world is ending.
The world is ending.
The world is the fucking water lines are being clogged with ash. They're not getting enough sunlight to grow plants. It's a literal apocalypse. So it will become a thing. I think what will basically, it'll be one of two things. Either everyone dies and everything gets rebuilt and they are reborn, and then we get to the, have you ever heard the teleporter argument analogy, whatever I can't remember the term of the thing I'm thinking for is, but the concept of the way a teleporter would work was it takes apart your atoms and moves them somewhere else, or copies them and recreates them somewhere else, right? That's the concept of teleportation. If you're not moving, right, is like talking about particle teleportation.
Right.
So the question is, if you teleport this way via your particles being disassembled, moved, and reassembled, or destroyed and recreated, did you die and be reborn? Or did you never die because it's exactly the same as where you left off? In the nature of, like, you
like
didn't...
the ship of Theseus.
Precisely, right? But it's like the ship of Theseus dialed to 9,000, right? It's sci-fi ship of Theseus. It's the spaceship of Theseus, if you will. So if all of you are taken apart, put back together, I mean, certainly if it's the original particles, you can argue at least you're still you, but the question would still remain, did you die? That's the real question. What do you think?
Right.
Like, what is death? Is non-existence death?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if non-existent. Well, I mean, I don't know if non-existence is death. Because when you die, you have existed, and then it's not like you don't exist because you don't still exist in, like, people's memories. I think that's a different discussion. I think I'm wearing too far off.
No, this is the fucked up thing. You're absolutely not. That becomes a very valid argument of what does it mean to be dead, truthfully, fully, entirely. As we know in the Cosmere, as long as you are, like, remembered, technically you're alive in some way, shape, or form. As long as there's, like, a cognizant memory of you existing, you exist. And even if you don't exist, you exist, but you're part of a soup of some kind, some sort of galactic soup. But that's a different conversation. But that becomes the question. I think the core of that really does come down to what do you as an individual define as death? Is it you're a body and your body's dead, or is it like the soul and the soul's dead? And is there like a connection between those two? Does the soul even exist in that same way? Can it exist outside of the body? And if it does for any moment in time, does that mean you're dead? And then if your body is instantaneously disapparated and reapparated, did your heart ever stop beating? If it's in the same instant,
the same second,
did it truly ever stop beating? I can't even answer it. That's the fucked up thing. I don't know what I believe.
I think that's out of scope for this podcast. I think I have to think about that a little bit longer.
I've got the blessing of cognizance, and I don't have enough. I need another one or something. You know what I mean? I've got just enough to ask the questions and not enough to find the answers.
kind of swerving from Elend and Vin.
Yes.
And their inevitable demise, I guess. We did get another chapter with Spook and not Kelsier, where it was made very clear to me that this is clearly not Kelsier, because also I realized then, because I think they say it in this chapter, Spook's got metal in him. He's still got this sword, I think.
Yeah, the tip of the
from
sword.
When he was stabbed and it snapped off. Yeah, that's why he can hear Ruin. Like, Vin can hear Reen. Spook is seeing Kelsier. That's Ruin.
That motherfucker's
like,
ruined, dude.
So caught up.
I fully, dude. But then it's interesting because he's got this like visage of him. I guess he's a fucking shard. He can do whatever he wants. But
yeah, especially now that he's free from his like prison.
Yeah, true. Very true. It is interesting though, because it feels like he's still limited in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very curious. I'm sure
I guess
that in between book is probably where we get these answers, if I had to bet money.
Yeah, probably. I think it's also a different relationship that the shards in Stormlight have to their planet, and that the Rune and Preservation have to Scadrial.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I think I disagree with you. I think very poignantly, if my theory is right, the recipe goes like this. General Cosmere spoilers, but if you're listening to this, you've probably picked up on some of this already. So, planet God exists. We're not gonna say God's name. We're gonna be cool, okay? We're gonna keep it as spoiler as possible. So there's a God, and God made the planet in a way, right? And then God died and became these other things. These other things all started claiming territory a la Four Emperors One Piece. In their claiming of territory, they're like, I gotta make this mine, take the thing, change it a little bit, give it a little change. Usually, either they went with somebody, or they got upset with each other and fucked off, or they went alone and someone else came and tried to take the territory. That's where the plot happens. That's where the big movements that are causing everything. So the thing is that we don't know is the relationship between Preservation and Ruin prior to all of this shit, and that will rechange the context of everything.
Yeah.
And then usually continuing the recipe, after Shard shows up, they do a thing. Humans show up, interact with Shard, fuck up landscape in some way, shape, or form. That's usually how it goes. You know what you see the recipe?
I see the recipe. I still think there's something maybe like there's something about whatever Rune and Preservation maybe have going on that is, I mean, it's definitely different to what's going on over on the planet of Stormlight, where I don't know the name at the moment.
The Rosharan system.
Roshar, thank you. And the Rosharan system. Like, there's something going on that's I think that limits Ruin in the way that Ruin is limited at the minute.
Well, so interesting enough, we know that they are limited. They have limitations. There are rules. They are bound by certain things. So it'll be very, very interesting. One thing I really want to talk about with these epigraphs. With the epigraphs, I really don't trust Sazed as a reliable narrator. The more we get about Sazed telling us about these powers, first of all, I'm a little upset. It kind of
elements use of Preservation.
No, so specifically, no. The line, where's the line? It was like, the rational mind will see this. Anyone who's sane and has a concept of things would be able to understand this. It had like an arrogance that I don't think Sazed would ever have. You know what I mean? And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way in an interesting way. Because also the concept of hemalurgy feels more akin to something we've already seen in another system somewhere else. Stormlight 5 specifically. You know what I'm talking about? There is a person doing experiments that look very, very similar to what's happening to the Inquisitors. So hemalurgy seems like it's a skill, not so much a blessing of power. Hemalurgy feels more like, from everything that I've seen and from we can put together in the Cosmere, something that is much more applied, because the power exists and is there and then can be transferred to somebody else. To me, it feels more like maybe ruin with metals, right? And it's like this fundamental, like metals. This world was altered by metals. And what I'm starting to think is that Sazed came to understand what the Lord Ruler understood, but maybe not necessarily the truest facts of the deepest truths of the shards. But we don't know. We also did get... No, we don't know. Did you catch the confirmation that even if we weren't 100% sure it was Sazed, we now have something we could point to?
Oh, fuck.
Wondered if you caught it, because I did. I started pointing so hard. I was soy pointing.
No, I don't think I did. I'm sure I can find it, but I am.
When Sazed and Spook and Breeze are all going into the Canton, they're talking about like the plans, and there's a moment where everyone's like, well, what do we do? And everyone turns and looks at Sazed. Sazed has a line of internal dialogue where he says, I am unfortunately in charge.
Oh.
Akin to our first epigraph.
Yes.
I am unfortunately the hero of ages.
The hero of ages.
That I was, there it is! There it is! I saw it! Dude, I was so fucking hyped.
That's so good. That's so good.
That's a little Sanderson hole for you. You know what I'm saying? Some good old fashioned Sanderson hole. What are we doing, camera?
Yes.
What are we doing, man? Whatever.
Also, Hoyt mentioned finally. Hoyt in
this book. Dude, I was literally thinking I was actually about to text you and be like, hey, Hoyt never showed up in that second book, right? I wonder where he is.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't.
I was literally about to text you, and then I got to that chapter. But then also, how about that weird feeling that she got? You know what I mean? What's up with that?
Yeah. I do wonder if it's the Mist Spirit again. Then also, because the Mist Spirit has to be like, I don't know. I feel like the Mist Spirit has to be preservation at this point. Right? I feel like that's a manifestation of preservation. I love that you are a little bit censored right now. Actually, that's really, really funny.
Unfortunate. The issue is if I go to try to fix it, it'll cause a bunch of delays and I'll have to restart my OBS. So I'm just hoping the auto thing fixes itself. I don't know.
I'm sure it will.
Please. Please.
Can't freaking hear you.
I'm gonna kill myself, dude.
No, don't do that. You're too sexy. Yeah, but yeah, Hoyt's here.
Boyd mentioned.
Hoyt mention. Oh. Oh, how about fucking?
Am I delayed now? I'm delayed now. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Do we want to break and restart or just vibe with delay?
We can have a break and restart.
All right. Well,
You piss anyway, so
yeah, we'll be right back, gang. Talk more about
right back,
Hero of
folks.
Ages.